Patrick, it's been another great month for work around the community. Let's start by talking about the work done around vaccine surveillance. We had a great presentation about that earlier in the month, but can you just highlight some efforts that OHDSI has made?
Yeah, thanks, Craig. Really proud of how the OHDSI community has been rallying together to figure out how we can generate reliable real-world evidence to support COVID-19 vaccine safety surveillance. There are three things I'd like to highlight in community collaboration successes. The first is our work in characterizing the background rates of adverse events of special interest for the COVID-19 vaccines. That study is underway and we've generated results, and we've already have a manuscript out on medRxiv and under review. And we've shared that information with the FDA and the EMA to support their ongoing deliberations about potential adverse events. Second key milestone in the community, our UMAIS group that's focused on a methods evaluation for safety surveillance. They've actually registered their protocol in the EU PASS register. So we're excited to see that project move forward. And then last but not least, I also want to highlight that as part of our collaboration with the FDA CBER Best Initiative, we kicked off the CBER Best seminar series, and we had Dr. Dan Salmon come present about learnings from the H1N1 pandemic and how real-world evidence could be used. And I think that historical context is tremendously useful as we think about using the evidence we've generated and the collaborations we have moving forward to help inform the current pandemic.
Yeah, you mentioned UMAIS. I'm looking forward to hearing Martijn speak about that at the April 6th community call on open studies. And when you talk about the collaborative work, obviously there's a lot going on with COVID, but there's so many other illnesses and diseases that need help. And OHDSI, I know, worked with Eden and of course Pioneer around the prostate cancer study-a-thon. You were able to make a couple of those calls. Just any general thoughts from that effort?
Yeah, it was really exciting to see the Pioneer group conduct their study-a-thon this month. They had a couple hundred individuals who registered, and there were about 50 folks that were very actively engaged in designing and implementing studies to understand prostate cancer and understanding the impact of watchful waiting. The thing that I actually most appreciated, in addition to seeing collaboration and good work being done, was the Pioneer group brought the voice of the patient into the conversation. And they had multiple patient advocates that actually came and expressed their own individual stories and participated in the research. I think that actually provided a strong grounding of why the work was important. And I think that that's an innovation that I'd like to see happen in all of our OHDSI collaboration activities moving forward, because it clearly sets an importance and a perspective to the work we do.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. They're going to join us on May 18th to discuss the full study and some preliminary findings. I think that'll be a great opportunity for the community to hear about that terrific 5-day event. Our last community call in March was our data visualization challenge. It was great to see members of the community provide different visualizations around various aspects of COVID research. Obviously, it was really powerful to hear Erica's at the end, touching on how COVID really impacted her personally, and just what did you think of how that went and where OHDSI can move after this call?
Yeah, it was a nice experiment that we did this month to create a challenge where anybody in the community could engage and collaborate. And this focus on data visualization provided us an opportunity to think critically and reflect on how data can tell a story. So I was really excited to see that we had over a dozen contributions from the community, and we were able to highlight 7 of them during our community call. But I think that Erica's visualization and expressing and having the courage to share her personal story of her family through data visualization really shows the importance of the work that we do and the power that how data can tell a story, but also how we have an obligation to honor the patients that we're serving and letting their real world experience guide the research and inform the work that we're doing.
It was a really powerful call and a great way to end the month. Really looking forward. We've had, really great numbers in terms of people joining these calls. We have some great sessions coming up in April between ongoing OHDSI studies, 10-minute tutorials, local impacts of OHDSI in different areas, and another networking event. So really a great opportunity. March also highlighted, we had 10 to 12, studies published either on peer review or on the preprint server. So great work that you can find in this newsletter or on odyssey.org. Again, looking forward to seeing everything that the community comes together to do in April. Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Craig.